Hi everyone, my name is Noza, and today we have a full-time international student here at KAIST.
Hello everyone, my name is Chi and I'm from Vietnam. I'm currently in my third year of PhD program in School of Business and Technology Management.
Hi everyone, my name is Thai. I'm also from Vietnam. This is my third year in the integrated program in the departments of chemistry.
What did you do before joining KAIST? Where did you study?
We actually did our undergrad also in KAIST. So my first major was actually chemical and biomolecular engineering, and then I double major in business and technology management.
I was an undergraduate student in KAIST too. I started my journey in 2017 as an undergraduate and I majored in chemistry and biology.
Have you ever considered other universities?
I did consider some other university in Europe and America. I think KAIST is the best option for me in terms of scholarship, and even the ranking of chemistry of KAIST is quite high, and I think it's a good place for me.
Kai was my first choice when I moved to master program. I also consider other options, but then after master, I came back to Vietnam to work for 1.5 years, and then I realized what I really want to focus on the research is in the kind of Asian context, and I think coming back to KAIST and working with my professor was the best option at that time. So I decided to continue my PhD program in KAIST.
You mentioned that you did your undergrad here at KAIST,
Yeah.
right? I was wondering, how did your undergrad go? How was the academia, but also extracurricular? Any clubs you joined? Anything interesting?
At my third year, I went to an exchange program in management school in Germany. And then during that time, I also was in a business entrepreneurship club for a few years.
I must say the freshman year is like the most difficult year because KAIST has a very hardcore course.
Yeah, right.
And then, but it's all turned out to be very good because you have a lot of help from KAIST. You have tutoring program from the ISSS, and advice from professor and also the seniors. I joined table tennis club.
Oh.
A lot of Korean friends there, and they taught me the most Koreans that I know for now. We went to other universities to compete with their table tennis players.
Are you guys in any clubs now? Are you guys doing any extracurriculars?
I guess for PhD, it's kind of hard to maintain the club activity every week or every month.
For me, I did have some club activities as a graduate student. I was in the volunteer club in graduate school. And now, Student Association, they made a group called the Kai Mingle. They actually organize groups of friends who have same interest. So I joined the group of table tennis.
You also briefly mentioned about the KAIST scholarship, right? Could you elaborate on that a little bit more?
KAIST international students receive scholarship from KAIST, full-time tuition fee, and then they give you monthly stipend around $300.
For master is 300 and for PhD is 400.
But actually, when you join the grad school, you enter some lab, and then they give you more money for that.
For my PhD, I got something called Special Doctoral International Scholarship. So that's give me 300,000 won per month plus my insurance base. So that's kind of cover. And then in addition to that, my lab also has some projects. So professor also give me some additional stipend to sustain my academic life.
Let's say we're comfortable.
And
with
then
the
we have
scholarship from
saving.
KAIST.
It's not as much if you go out to work, but it's enough to have a comfortable life in KAIST.
Yeah, I think KAIST creates a lot of also working opportunities on campus. On that note, then, how's your living spending? Not specifically, of course.
I think for me and Thai, we spend a lot of money on food. We're having an eating club, not a club, but eating
club?
group.
But let's talk about some fixed amount
Okay,
of money
okay.
you have to pay per month. Insurance, of course. For graduate, it's 150,000 won per month, and then you have your SIM card. That's about 30. Graduate dormitory is about $100. That's the fixed payments, and then the thing changes that your food. The food in campus cafeteria is very affordable.
Yeah.
Less than $10. $6-7 good meal. And if you want to go outside, then it's also a bit more than $10, but it's still not as expensive as other big cities.
You mentioned about the dorm. So I was wondering, do you guys live on campus or off campus?
I think because we're graduate students, so we spend a lot of time in lab.
Yeah.
So I live on the campus. I live in Seoul, so it's about 150 per month. But if you live outside, I think it's also quite manageable. You can actually pay 50% more, so around 250. Then you can have the double room for yourself.
I choose to live at the dorm that is nearest to my working place. For my dorm, which is Sejong Hall, to my office, it's just about 3 minutes of walk. Living in KAIST is still
Yes.
very comfortable.
It's like a small town that
Yes,
has
yeah.
everything, even a
Yes.
bank, right?
Yes.
Even the visa center, if I'm not
Yes,
wrong.
they have the visa center. That's the
greatest
biggest
thing.
upgrade of this.
Yeah.
I extend my ARC. It took me just 5 minutes.
You briefly mentioned that you were considering living outside, right?
Yeah.
Is that process, finding an apartment outside of campus, is it hard?
I think it should not to be too difficult to find housing outside the
Right.
campus if you would like to.
Yeah.
Even if you don't know any Korean,
Yeah.
KAIST provides some kind of like telephone translation
Oh,
service,
right,
right? Is
right,
it?
right,
I
right.
heard that
It's a
it's
new
just
thing.
implemented. Yeah, it's new thing. I didn't try it, but some of my friends tried and they help you anything.
Like if
it's
you go
work,
to
like, something like that. You need
doctors
to-
and they can't speak
Yeah.
Korean, so KAIST provides you with an English-speaking
Yeah.
assistant. I want to bring up the topic about Korean language. How well are you guys with Korean?
안녕하세요. I didn't know any Korean when I first came to Korea 6 years ago. Fortunately, there's a KAIST International House, Key House, we usually call it Key House, and it provides a one-one tutoring, Korean tutoring program, and I joined that program, study with him for 2 years. Now I can comfortably communicate in Korean.
You don't really need any Korean to attend the classes. But I always tell my friend and my junior, if you know Korean, your life gonna be much easier and more fun. I also attend Key House for I think a year or so until my exchange program. And then after that, I kind of neglected it a little bit. But then recently I attend the Korean Immigration Integration Program, which is the program offered by the Korean government to have free Korean
Yeah.
classes. So I attended that. So my Korean level, I think it's not as good as Thai. He's really good at speaking. All the basic stuff you can learn basically in half a year and with 2 hours per week. A half a year is too long, probably 3 months or even less.
That's for you.
She's a fast learner.
Fast learner.
Very
Not
fast.
for me.
Do you have any barriers, language barrier?
If we say there's no barrier, then it's not true.
Yeah.
Because especially I'm in management field, so a lot of our documents are in Korean. But I got a lot of help from my professor as well, my classmate. I know people in engineering or science, they don't need to know any Korean at all for their research.
I experience little to no barrier. My lab meetings are in English, and professor also speaks English really well. And even the documents is usually, as far as I know, is bilingual. Of course, as a graduate student, you have to go to conference and stuff, and that's when you need a bit more Korean.
What's your plan? What's next?
So become a professor is the ultimate goal, I would say. But I also open for other options.
As a chemistry student, we have choice of going to the academic path or just go to industry. A lot of my seniors going to Samsung and LG. For me, I want to follow more academic path. I try my best to have a lot of good papers and conference. We also attend all the job fairs.
Job fairs.
Yeah, job fairs in KAIST, and we see all the options. And a lot of KAIST students going to big companies in
That's true.
Korea. I don't know about other countries.
Then on the final note today, I was wondering if you have something to say for the future students, why they have to choose KAIST in particular for their grad school.
If you come here, you have the best input in order for you to excel, not just in your career, but also in your life in general. Apply.
Apply.
If you consider a good graduate school for your career, then KAIST is one of the best choice out there for you. Korea is a rising star right now. You have the best research facilities that there are in Korea. You can get all the help you need to fulfill your purpose, your goal in KAIST, and I assure you that if you cannot find the help there, I will help you too.
Oh.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for joining with us today, and thank you for sharing all of your insights. I'm sure it will be helpful for future students, and I'm happy to hear that you have a good time at KAIST.
Thank you very much for
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for listening today, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye-bye.
Bye.